Welcome back, family. Welcome to the Reiki Healing Hope Community, a place to heal, relax, be yourself, and be surrounded by those who want to see you blossom and/or bloom. I am Jessica. I also go by Jet. What's up? I'm a Reiki master teacher and intuitive. In general, I'm an energy healing practitioner. And this is your nightly, daily, or whenever you come here to do what you're doing, self-care routine. So let me tell you how this goes. For all of my new babies, and now you're one of my babies, you get one kiss on the forenoggin. And when you return back, because this is all about self-care consistency, you can have multiple kisses like this, my kiss attack. Okay, Mama loves you. So, we're going to work on today just removing any love blockages. And when I'm talking about removing love blockages, it is anything in your path preventing you from having the love that you want. Most of the time, people are thinking of it in a romantic way. That's fine. We're going to talk about romance. We're going to talk about family, friends, and most importantly, self-love. So all of these things are going to come up in this session. So if you're new to the community, we start the session off with a prayer. It's not a religious prayer. It's just a prayer to root us in our individual healing experience and bring us together as a community and as a collective. And because consent matters, to have your permission to say a prayer. Okay, you ready? Let's begin. You want to hold my hand? Okay. Dear universe, and all for the highest vibrational good only, please connect us to our highest self and validate information for our highest good only. Please allow us to release what we need to let go and embrace what allows us to grow. Let our journey encompass the lineages, traditions, religions, and spiritual paths that bring light out through us to share with others. I say all of this in the name of I am, Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. So just working through that. And I want you to take a deep breath in. Exhale. And when you exhale, I want you to release. And as you're exhaling, you can say or even think, I'm ready to let this go. I'm ready to let any love blockages go. I'm ready to let any old love relationship patterns go. I'm ready to let go of people that need to be let go. Sometimes you can let people go and they keep on trying to crawl their way back in your life. We are removing any blockages. And I also want you to be able to see, to have great sight. Okay? Great sight here. I want you to have the ability to see so that you know where you're going. A lot of times people just don't know where they're going. And because they don't know where they're going, they're like this instead of just taking their time. So sometimes you just need to take a little time to develop a path. That's it. That's all. Feel free to change and switch it around as you go. So, love will free flow in your life. You will no longer be limited by old love patterns and belief systems. There is nothing that can prevent you from having this beautiful love. It starts from the self-love. It expands into the love of others, into romantic love, into community love, into family love, friendship love, collective love, soul love. All of that love is around you. And you have the right to love what you love too. We all have different preferences, different desires, different places where we feel at home in ourselves. So the most important thing you want to do is honor that. Whatever that is for you. And remove anything that does not align with the type of love you want in your life. Sending it somewhere else to be worked on. So hands to heart, because we've been doing this. Breathe in and out. And just ask yourself, what do I want from love? And in this moment, I want you to tell yourself, I give myself permission to have that. I give myself permission to have that. I give myself permission to have that. So just do that in love. Just do that in love. Just do that in love. Hands again here. Breathing. Good job. So just moving through here. And relaxing. Balancing. And if you'd like to work through shifting, especially mindset, you can check out the Organize Your Purpose podcast, which is my podcast. I've been doing it for a couple of years. I enjoy it. It's fun. You can binge the episodes. But a lot of the stuff that we do in love, we can do in other areas of our life. We can even infuse love into those other areas of our life to amplify the experience. So let's just break, and remove any blockages. Let me explain to you how blockages come to be. Sometimes it's just energetic patterns that we learn by observing, or we have some trauma that we never resolve. Other times it can be things that people put on us. And I'm saying that because even in that scenario, you still have the power. You're the most strongest energy in control of your physical body, but that energy can't be weakened if you surround yourself by the wrong people. So if you surround yourself around people who bring you down energetically, you're more susceptible. It's kind of just like the immune system, you know. If you have a weakened immune system, you're more susceptible to getting sick. Sometimes you are not in control of that. If you're young, you're like, oh, I'm not in control of this. Or if you're in a certain situation where you have to be around certain people, you have to find your ways of freedom. And the way I used to teach this before was, I used to tell people that if you need to establish a self-care practice, which can be anything, it can be doing this love work, it can be doing healing work, whatever that is, lock yourself in the bathroom and let these people think that you are using the bathroom. Lock yourself in there, okay? And devote 5, 10, 15 minutes a day that you can commit to. That you can. You can commit to that. People still may knock on the door, but, try 5 minutes or something. And what happens is when you start to shift your energy, the external starts to change. But when you try to do this in front of people who aren't 100% supportive, they will sense your energy shifting and they will try to block it. And that's what I mean when it happens to you. That's why sometimes you have to do it behind the scenes. If you happen to drive, using that time as well to carve it out, or, leaving maybe 5-10 minutes earlier so you can go somewhere and have some time just in that space. I know for me, something I used to do was I would make my sacred space, when I didn't have a sacred space, I made it my car. So I would have like crystals under the seat. I had like a whole singing bowl. I had, all kinds of cleansing tools in there, things to burn and stuff like that. Because I would go to work and I would go to the top level of the garage and I would have my practice there. Because it was the safest place and it was the most in control place. And the more consistent I was with that, the more my life started to change. And very interesting, when people see your life changing that are around you and they want you to go back to where you were, just to understand that as long as you're doing those things and you're keeping that momentum going, you're going to go forward. And, they got to straighten up and fly right and follow you. Or sometimes they kind of just have to be released. And that's just kind of how it is. So don't feel like just because you're spending 5 minutes or just because you feel like you're in a bind when it comes to love, that you feel like there's a blockage. Don't feel like you can't and you're not strong enough to break through that even with just 5 minutes a day. And most of y'all got 5 minutes a day. I'm talking to the extreme. Y'all got 15 minutes a day to work on yourselves. You do. You think you don't, but you do. You do. You do. And it will change. But people sometimes don't believe. They don't believe that they have the power. And if you take the power away from yourself, that's not even fair. You're not giving yourself a fighting chance. Stop looking for the power outside of you and bring that power inside of you. You have it. You can do it. So as you inhale and exhale, I want you to surrender and break those old patterns that no longer serve you. Just simply say, I let them go because I have to grow and I'm going in a direction they cannot come. I let them go because I have to grow and I am going in a direction that they cannot come. I have to let them go because I have to grow and I'm going in a direction that they cannot come. And let that be. Let that be. Let that be. Let that be. When you start to shift, you're going to even start to giggle a little bit of like, whoa, I can't believe I was there. And sometimes low moments in life, especially when it comes to love, is just temporary. But sometimes we, it's a pit stop and for some reason we want to make it our, permanent address. No, keep going. Keep going. There's a happiness to love. It's just a sweetness. I was talking about this on the podcast where you all know I love healing, and a part of healing is health. Physical health and all kinds of things like that. So I really love to follow fitness people who are in their like 60s, 70s, and 80s because I don't know. I just believe them, When I see other people, I'm like, what's happening here? You never really know. But when you're in your like 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, you're doing something right. And what I notice at that age is that people stop caring about the temporary aesthetic look, to look a certain way, and they just care about health. They care about how do they make their body as healthy as it can be for them. And when I think about that, it's like, wow, some of them have the simplest lives and there's so much happiness in that. And just like with our own health, we have to heal our sense of love too. So what you love maybe doesn't even have to be this big thing. It can just simply be the purest form of love that you happen to find with another person. And it works out. So let's take other people's opinions out of it, other standards, and just be honest with yourself. What do you want? What do you need? You know, you can't find a partner that makes you happy and your parents happy and then your best friends happy and then, your work happy. You have to find a partner that makes you happy and you make them happy. That's just it. Once there's too many chefs in the kitchen, it becomes a problem. And if people outside of you really want you to be happy, they should be happy that you have someone. And you don't have to be perfect. You can be in the dating and try this out or try that out, and it may or may not work. But don't let someone else dictate to you what that should be. You have to make the decision. What do you like? What do you love? What is for you? Remove any shame that you have. Remove any doubt that you have. Another blockage being for myself as a queer person, as a gay woman. It was very difficult for me to date women who were not out because as much as, I'm in a healing position and I am facilitating space for people to heal, I know that I have to have a partner who is at the same place in life as me. I just know. I know that. And the moments that I did have partners where I'm like, I saw that potential and I'll be there for you, it was the moment in which I would get frustrated because I'm like, see, it's safe here. Come on out, And they needed to take their time. They needed to come out when it was their time to come out. But then I lost the opportunity of being able to feel freedom in love. Because as they were taking their time inching out, I felt like I was, hiding for no reason. And so I got smarter and I learned, okay, there are a lot of great people out there. But my standard is, gotta be out. Not gonna do all that. And now I see it from a place of, being so deeply and madly in love. Wow, it's just wonderful. It's just a wonderful feeling. And that reflection of how many times I limited myself before, because I saw the potential in someone rather than understanding I'm just at a different place. So think about it like that. And I'm sure there were times in my life and, other examples where I wasn't where I needed to be the best partner. And it's completely okay. I want you to look at it from this perspective. Stop blocking yourself. Anything that you want in love, you can have. Free yourself. Be who you want to be. Explore what you want to explore. Do what you want to do. Stop asking for permission. Don't worry about, because I know people in my generation, we always worry about, what if the job finds out? No one cares. No one cares. Just be you. Just be you. What if you find happiness? What if you find love? What if you find, wholeness? What if that? Live there. Well, babies, I hope you enjoyed this session and I hope you feel better. So if no one has said it, let me go ahead and say it. I love you, but make sure you love yourself a little bit more each and every day. And just inhale, exhale, release. For all those who resonate with me and want to become an energy healing practitioner, and a part of that training is becoming a Reiki master teacher too. You get that certification. Join us for the pre-week starting March 19th. And you can do that by going to thempcommunity.com and signing up there. It's a lovely community that we have going on there. So once you come there, you're going to want to stay. So until next time, bye.